has comfortably qualified Sam Garford in pole position for the first final. Championship rivals Jamie Jenkins and Chris Powell have qualified second and third. Quiet day for Brenton Miller so far, he's only qualified 11th. Newcomer Wesley Godwin has qualified well up in 8th place. Well, we're rolling up to the start here. Garford slows it down in typical style. Picks up the throttle. He's picked it up better than Jenkins, who's missed the start. And Powell is through to second, inside of turn 1. Simons runs in 4th place. McCullough on his bumper. Clackett has been shuffled down the line. Down to turn 6, it's Garford, Powell, Jenkins, Simons, McCullough, Clackett, Ingram. Godwin leads the main field. End of lap 1. And there's a definite group pulling away here. The front 7 have left Godwin behind. Garford under pressure from Powell. Simons puts a move on Jenkins for third. Jenkins straight back at him. It's side by side down to turn 2. Jenkins has to back out. McCullough's gone past Jenkins as well as he's lost momentum out of turn 2. Ingram trying to put a move on Clackett, but Clackett has the line on the back straight, but Ingram will be able to cut inside. Down to turn 6, can he get it done? Yes, he can. But Clackett's come straight back at him. End of lap 2 of this 13-lap final. Ben Yeomans has broken clear of the main pack in 8th place. Ingram forces Clackett onto the dirt, picks up 6th place. Hill and Randall also pushed out wide. Powell's had another crack at the lead and is now under pressure from Simons. Jenkins puts a move on McCullough for 4th. Stewart's pushed out wide, puts a wheel on the grass, and Jenkins is through to 3rd. Ingram putting a move on McCullough. He goes up to 5th. Simons on the bumper of Jenkins. It's Dave Lewis in the midfield, setting the fastest lap. Simons inside of turn 3. Through to 3rd. Jenkins loses momentum, has Ingram to contend with. Ingram up the inside on the back straight. Watch for Jenkins to go straight back at him into turn 6. And Powell's got a run on the lead. Inside of Garford at turn 6. End of lap 4. Powell, Garford, Simons. Garford caught the tyre barrier there. That will spoil his momentum. Can Stewart get a run on him? Garford's shown him the outside. Ingram puts a move on Jenkins for 4th. Clackett on the dirt again, and Yeomans has gone by. Expect McCullough to follow him if he can. Ingram slow out of the boot section, has to go defensive. Simons makes his move on Garford for 2nd. Jenkins is on the outside now, but it's all a set up for the back straight and the run into turn 6. Ingram takes a look, goes defensive. Here comes McCullough for 7th. Miller coming through with him. Pushing Clackett to the grass. leaving a space for Dan Butler to stick his nose through, and he's through. And Clackett's gone off on the grass and has spun out. End of lap 5. Miller makes his move on Dan Butler for 8th place into turn 1. Can Butler cut back and watch out for Dave Lewis in the red? Ingram makes his move on Garford for 3rd. He sloughed the corner, goes defensive again. 2nd in the championship, Brenton Miller in the green, has come alive for the finals. Dan Butler is not satisfied with his position and goes back through. Dave Lewis now looking to the inside of Butler and Miller. Gets it through. Bit of rubbing. Bit of contact. 3 wide into turn 8 doesn't work. The battle for 8th position has gone back to Miller. Ben Yeomans has picked up the slipstream from Garford and Jenkins and set fastest lap. Fastest laps are important for the 2nd final grid. Yeomans, another driver, coming alive for the finals. Jenkins inside Garford for 4th. Clean as you like. Yeomans now looking to the outside, but he's on the wrong side for turn 4. He's in the right position for a run down the back straight on Garford. Here he comes. Garford goes narrow. Dave Lewis is back to 8th place, ahead of Miller and Butler. Here's the race for 15th, Tim Hill, Andy Cowell. Usually fireworks when they're involved. Powell, Simons, Ingram. Gap to Jenkins, gap to Yeomans under pressure from Garford, McCullough. Lewis, an uncompromising driver. That's how uncompromising he is, and that's just let Butler through. Simon shoots for the lead. He's made it stick in turn 3. Looking to get a run on Simons down the back straight. He's inside, can he get through? He's through. Side by side with Stewart, who slots in behind. And it looks as though Stewart's got some speed. He needs to get his championship back on track. Phil Ingram has joined in the fun at the front. For Chris Powell, a win in final 1 would mean 3 wins on the trot after his lid double. He's defensive into turn 1, setting up Stu Simons for turn 2. Defensive again, Ingram's closed in. It's 3 for the lead, and this is helping Jamie Jenkins close them down. Simons dives out and through again. Turn 3 seems to be his favoured corner. Ingram has gone with him. End of lap 9. The leaders pushing hard, driving on their limit. Simons, Ingram, Powell. Gap to Jenkins. Gap to Yeomans. Jenkins is possibly struggling to close the gap to the front trio, who themselves will start to consider how they're going to win this one. Battle for 10th. Loucombe inside of Chris Bell with Wesley Godwin. Through the switchback, Bell takes it back from Godwin onto the back straight. Godwin setting up for a run into turn 6. On to lap 11. Jenkins has not been able to close on Powell. Victory Looks as though it's going to be sorted out between Simons, Ingram and Chris Powell. Simons and Ingram are teammates in endurance, but I don't expect any quarter to be given. Battle for 11th place, Wesley Godwin, Brenton Miller, Peter O'Connor. Mazza puts a move on Andy Cowell. Miller to the inside of Godwin for 11th. O'Connor shuffles Godwin down the line. And into the clutches of Tim Hill. Under 2 laps to go now. Hill picks up another position. Moving on to the final lap of the first final. And Stu Simons has responded to Phil Ingram's fastest lap with a fastest lap of his own. Just a 10th quicker on that lap than Phil Ingram, but that could be enough. Maybe he's a kart length or two. There it is, a couple of kart lengths. Ingram's got a kart length over Chris Powell, who's comfortably clear of Jamie Jenkins. Really, the final opportunity Ingram would have had was turn 6, and he's nowhere near close enough. It's going to be a first win of the season for Stuart Simons, and that fastest lap will help towards his grid position for the second final. It's looking like a good weekend in making for Stu Simons. His championship is back on track, and I think he knows it.
Anybody in the pit lane, please speak to me, come back. Yeah, can you confirm Stuart Simons has been disqualified from that final because his number plate was upside down? Please confirm.